So I was scrolling through Witch Farm designs when I realized I was pickier than y'all. This one's too expensive, uses shifting floors. This is also too expensive, you need a Zoglin for the looting one. Also Zoglins, also slow. Way too slow, way too expensive, and so on, and so on. Nothing against these people or their designs, I just wanted one that was cheaper and better. Here's what it produces, here's what that looks like in a chest. And there's your materials list, minus a couple stacks of planks and ladders if you can't fly. This farm requires no redstone, no slime, no silk touch, no zoglins, and uses minimal iron while still producing around 12,000 items per hour with looting 3 or 7,700 without. It's been optimized to be built as early game as possible while being efficient enough that I wouldn't personally feel the need to throw the thing out in a month. You're actually looking at the 7th witch farm I built this week, with the 8th and 9th being a slightly worse version of the same design here and here. Given I've already recorded the build guide into a short, here's that. Locate your victim, replace them with 3 spawning platforms made of top slabs oriented thusly, find the long side of your build, and then dig out 4 blocks to the side of it and 6 blocks deep on either side. Facing inside, we've got a magma block right there, slabs along either side in this shape, and a fence right there. Another 6 slabs for the next layer, like this. In front of that, you're going to want 3 leaves where you don't have fence, and a soul sand where you do, and then just build this wall up to the spawn floor. We need 2 slabs here, then a 2x3 wall of leaves, with a leaf and a plank right here, and 2 more leaves while we're here. 2 open fence gates on the outside, 1 on the inside. Next you'll want to place 5 trapdoors, not like this. You'll actually want the fence gate below the 3 trapdoors to also be a trapdoor. I'm not re-recording this. Next is the trapdoors like this, so the snowballs can still make it through. And then a leaf and 2 more trapdoors for them to fall through on each floor. And while you're up here, on the side you're not working on, you're going to want to build leaf walls extending 1 block past the platform on each side, unlike what I've done here. This will work fine, though. Back underneath, you're just going to want to fill in all of the gaps in the water elevators with fence gates, like so, all the way to the top. Using temporary blocks, not magma, fill out this 2x3. And then the rest of the wowel. Next is going to be the chambers for the golems. And just as a sanity check, you want to make sure you can see straight through the platforms. Like you could really bean a witch with a snowball. As a ceiling, build out a ring of bottom stone slabs above the top spawning platform. And then from each corner, build out 14 blocks, and then connect those diagonals to get this shape. From here, I would outline the elevator like so. Light up the actual spawning platforms, and then fill in the gaps. Make a half-hearted attempt at spawnproofing. Prepare the magma for being wet. Wet them. Kelp them. Unkelp them, then cap them. Build 8 block tall oak tubes like so, and then keep going with leaves until you're standing at 184. Place your plank and soul sand, not slab. Build up around the soul sand until 213. Feel free to copy this first layer and throw a fence gate on top of that hole, but we're just going to connect this drop shaft to those elevators. Just make sure to place the magma blocks before the first place the water flows down, and build those elevators up to this height too. Punch out your kelp, then a block right here, place a source right there, and a source right there, a source right there, and a block right there. A note on the bit that connects the water elevators to the drop shaft, that connection actually isn't very specific. As long as your witches aren't getting like noticeably caught behind a block, you're fine. Just make it look vaguely like this. As long as you're not trying to make a T-shape over the spawning platform, you're fine. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to this week. See ya. I made it faster. I made it faster by 2,000 an hour. Again. I have to remake those shirts. Again.